You're listening to Ramble, Record, Repeat.
I love that song. I still love that song.
Still dancing.
I still dance. I haven't stopped from the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
So how you been?
I've been pretty good. I'm relaxed and chilled. And
Besides creeping on me downtown Toronto.
What is the odds? Look at that.
I
See,
know.
you already got a comment. Look at.
Hey, Derek, how's it going?
Derek.
Yeah. How funny was that? Literally, I'm doing the 501 streetcar replacement bus, and Chris told me he was going downtown with Molly to the Leaf game, and I'm driving across, and I'm coming up to Eaton Center, and I look, and I'm like, that looks like a Chris and Molly. So I'm driving by, I look, and I see Chris and Molly, so I start honking the horn. I'm like, "Beep, beep, 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 beep." And he's just like, "Oh, I'm a big dork. I'm gonna walk and not pay attention." So then I get up to Yonge, and I stop my bus because I have to let people on and off. And luckily, there was traffic in front of me, and I couldn't go any further. So I stopped there. Chris crossed the street, and he was coming by. I had my door open. I'm like, "Hodge," and he kind of did one of these, huh? And Molly was the one that saw me. She's like,
Yep.
"It's Frazer," and then I'm like, "I gotta go by."
I heard that when you did that big honk, like the beep 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 beep. I know I heard that from the bus, but I was like, it's downtown Toronto. People just honk their horns for the hell of it, right? I had no idea. And then, of course, sure enough, Molly's like, "Hey, look, it's Frazer." I'm looking over.
Man.
I'm like, I can't believe it. What are the odds?
Driving that big ass bus downtown Toronto, like a pro.
Yeah, I still don't know what the hell the odds are on that. Like, take the over.
It was pretty good. And then I get a picture of you, like, what, 5 minutes later? I'm having a hamburger.
Yeah, we had to go to five Guys for some dinner. It was awesome.
And I am sitting in my bus eating a Fig Newton bar, drinking a Gatorade.
A Gatorade? Is that
Yeah.
the fancy Gatorades?
Yeah, it's got gold flake in it.
Oh Jesus!
How's it going, Vigigamer?
Yeah, look at we got 5 people watching us on our very first live broadcast.
Yeah, I know,
cool.
but this is season 4. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, this is season 4, episode 2. We're deciding to go live.
Episode 38.
38.
Because we like to throw different numbers out there.
Yeah, I know.
That's what
right?
Bill was asking, right? What's with all that? So,
but yeah, like we started this up, and so far so good. The last episode I thought went well. Made it easier for editing, at least.
Yeah, is that a taco?
No, it's a party favor.
Oh, okay.
You know,
looks like a taco.
Yeah, it's like a party favor thing. Taco. What kind of tacos have you eaten that looks like a cone?
It looks
with
like
the stuff inside.
We got Bill here from STC Pod.
You gotta love that you're drinking a Buble and I'm drinking a No Boats.
Oh, you're off, right? You're on your. Is this your Friday?
No, it's my Saturday night.
Saturday night. Okay.
Saturday night. Yeah, I had a drink too yesterday. Oh, so I tried that drink, by the way. Going back to this is way back when I recommended the peanut butter whiskey.
Oh,
the Screwball.
Yeah.
So
you didn't tell that to everybody. You just sent me that.
Yeah, I sent
Maybe
Chris.
You should explain it.
So was it on TikTok? I think it was. It was a TikTok guy, and
yes.
he gets comments about drinks, and he said this one tastes like a peanut butter and jelly. So I tried it, and it's Screwball whiskey, or not? Yeah, Screwball whiskey, peanut butter whiskey, Welch's grape juice. I had to add a little bit of the berry buble.
Yep,
because it was so syrupy.
Yeah. Well, the Welch's isn't carbonated, right? So it probably needs that carbonation.
But it was just very, very syrupy. So what I did was I did all that. I made it, and it was dangerous.
Yeah,
it was dangerously good. It was.
I think if
dangerously good.
I think if you use like Grape Crush, I bet you that would do good too.
I don't like Grape Crush.
No,
I don't like any of the crushes.
Eh?
I don't like any of the crushes. I don't like Orange Crush. None of that. I found that's too sweet.
What
was that, Derek?
What's Babylon Brook? What is that?
Oh no, it's the root beer that's by my place.
Is that the stuff you were supposed to get me?
I got you.
And did I have? Oh, I had one. When
you had one at our house. Yeah.
Oh, we got Mrs. Q Dog. Hey, Mrs. Q Dog. This is awesome. Welcome, like everybody.
Look at the hole in my wall that I haven't fixed yet. Ta-da! Yeah. From the flood.
See, pineapple crush. You said Eric likes pineapple crush. I don't even think we get that here very often. Like that's a specialty, right?
All crushes are gross.
No, they're not. We
They're
got
all gross.
grape, cream soda, and then mug root beers in there. Orange. I've had the pineapple, but not very often.
All
Like that's
crushes are
harder to
gross.
find one. No.
Is this? Do you want a side of like a side of liquid with your diabetes? Like I can feel my teeth falling out when I drink those.
See, Josh is right. Birch beer.
But Josh
That's
also
good.
doesn't know that not Gatorade, ginger ale is good in any form. Any form, stale or not. So I guess I'm going to get into the topic of the title of this episode, Down with the Sickness. Just a quick, this the first thing that popped in my head when you asked me for the title, but our son is now going to daycare, and he hasn't really had a full week yet because diarrhea, a loose stool is a sign of COVID, so they have to send him home for 2 days. A rash is a sign of COVID, so they have to send him home for 2 days. But he came home with just like a little bit of a rash, and we thought nothing of it. I got sick that night. I woke up at 12 in the morning with like the worst stomach cramps. I've never had them. Like I was like, oh, like even with food poisoning, I thought it was food poisoning, but I'm like, no, I didn't eat anything bad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, my stomach. And then I came downstairs and I said, I'm not feeling good. And Ash is like, maybe you shouldn't go to work. Cause I was literally going to go to work in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like after I woke up, and I'm like, no, I'm not going. I don't think I'm going. And she went to bed at like 2:30 because she has a big project she was doing. And I'm like on the couch downstairs, and then out of nowhere, just like, and I ran to the bathroom. And it was just, blah, just out one end.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that was the worst. And then I go sit back down, and I'm like, maybe I'll watch some TV. But TV was too much. It was too stimulating. And I had to shut it off because literally like a half hour later, I went to the bathroom, blah, and I puked again. So I'm just lying on the couch, not moving, not like entertaining myself, just lying there.
Yeah.
And Stanley comes over because I guess he's not used to me being downstairs like at night, and he's like like breathing in my face, and I'm like, oh man, I think I'm not feeling good, man. I'm like, this is not what I need. Stanley, back off. And when I moved him, I kind of moved a certain way, and I'm like, I tooted, but it was like I pinched it, but it was like the floodgates were open. So like I ran to the bathroom, and I wish I saved the clip, but we have a Google Home, and it just shows me like, and then running really fast to the bathroom. And then I sit down, it comes out the bottom end, and then I'm sitting there, and then it comes out the top. So it's literally out of both ends. Yeah. And as this is happening, it's like 4 or 5 in the morning now. I go like I'm yelling, not yelling. I'm like in my week. I'm like, love, I need another bag. But I know she's not going to hear, but it just, for some reason, it gave me comfort. And I'm like, love. She comes downstairs with Nathan, and Nathan's like, hi, Dad, you're home. Like, not obviously talking, but he's all excited to see
you. Yeah.
And I'm like, Ashley, this is too much. I got to go upstairs. I got to go to bed. So I walk upstairs. I'm sitting like in bed, and I'm like, I still don't feel good. So I went and threw up again. And then she brought me a bag with some water because she's like, my lips were like so dry and cracked.
Yeah.
She's like, just in case. And then I looked at her, and I'm like, are you feeling okay? She's like, no, I think I have the same thing. And then literally Ashley's in the bathroom downstairs puking.
Oh, geez.
I'm upstairs puking, and Nathan's like, la, 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 la. Like, just nothing is wrong with him. He is fine. Nothing is wrong. At 12 o'clock, I had my final puke.
Yeah.
And I just puked in the bag. I tied it, and I just went to the washroom. I'm like, I'll throw it out downstairs later. And I put it in the sink. So I'm like, if it breaks, it's just going to go down the sink, and it's all liquid. Ashley's like, where's the bag? I go, it's in the bathroom. And she's like, I'll take care of it for you. Don't worry. She grabs it, and she's like, there's like a pound of liquid in here. After everything was said and done, I was sick for about another day. I didn't go to work for 2 days. I weighed myself. I lost between 8 to 10 pounds in 2 days.
Just from all the water weight. Yeah.
Everything gone.
Everything.
It was the worst. And Nathan was fine.
He didn't, nothing, eh?
No, Ashley didn't get hit as bad.
Any idea what it was?
It was probably just some stomach bug, because
you don't think it was something you ate?
No, because my mom got it. because she
Okay.
came and saw Nathan and she got it. And then Ashley's mom came a week later and she got it.
Still, eh? Okay.
Yeah. It's just
So
something from the daycare that's kind of like circulating around. And I
so
did look it
Nathan
up.
got it, but he didn't get it to the extent that you guys got it, and the
No,
bug
and
just
he's our
hit you
little,
guys.
it was biochemical warfare. And some asshole parents like coughing on their child and then sending him in. And then it hit me. Oh man, it was the worst. And like, so Ashley was sick, but she wasn't as sick as me. I think
Yeah.
I was the worst out of the four of us. The only reason I feel bad for Ashley's mom, Teresa, is because she's home by herself.
Yeah, she doesn't
So
have
I
anybody
asked
there to
Ashley, I'm
help
like,
her,
hey,
yeah.
I'll pick you up. Do you want to come? And she's like, no, I'm fine. Because I think she only puked once.
Hmm.
And then it was out of her system. But me, it was like nonstop. Like
Nonstop.
I didn't eat anything for 2 days. Because I didn't
Jesus.
have any
Ugh.
appetite, but I was just drinking. And luckily our neighbors were awesome. Like they saw, like I messaged them like, yo, I don't normally ask, but I'm like, can you go get me some Gatorade?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, no problem. And she like went and dropped off like 4 or 6 packs of Gatorade in her
Need
basement.
those electrolytes for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after all that. Jeez.
I know. And he still hasn't gone for a full week yet.
Still not, eh?
Taking my money.
I don't think I've ever been like that sick, but
What was that? So I'm just reading this Q-Ducks comment.
There you
Friend
go.
always says you're only a sickness away from your next stand. That is, well, in my case, completely true. Absolutely, completely true. And then the worst part is, so Nathan, his classroom, they had an outbreak of foot and mouth.
Okay, yep.
Nathan must have had it, but it was such a mild case. He didn't have a fever. Like either his immune system's ridiculous or he's just been lucky that he hasn't hit a full thing of it.
Yeah.
Because he was fine. He had like one little thing right here. But we thought it was eczema because we put eczema cream on it and it went away. So we thought nothing of it. And then Ashley gets full blown foot and mouth.
Jesus.
I know. I'm fine. I didn't get it.
You guys are literally, just drowning in it right now.
Send your kids to daycare, they said. It'll be fun, they said. No.
You know what? On the plus side, at least he didn't get it like you guys did, right? So that would have been worse.
The worst part is like he can't describe what he's feeling.
You
know, so you're just guessing. He's like crying all the time, pooping and puking. I'm like, do you want this? Like, you don't know. Like, you don't know at all. But it's stupid daycare. I understand we need daycare, but stupid daycare.
Well, it's the parents that send their kids when they shouldn't send their kids that ruin it for everybody else.
Like, you know what the worst is? Having to give a 1.5-year-old a COVID test. Like, I felt so garbagey doing that. Like, I felt like such a jerk because I'm like, he's freaking out. He's crying. He's like kicking off me. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It's for the greater good. I've done 7 since I've gotten like all the home tests. Everyone's negative. Like every time I felt sick or anything, I did a test.
Yep. Yeah.
Because I'm not risking it. Like, because if I got it, I'm like, Nathan, Ashley, if you guys are clean.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he can't get vaccinated, right?
Yeah, you're going to my mom and dad's something, or I'll go to my mom and dad. We'll just figure something out, or I'll live in the basement, or I'll live.
I was going to say, live in the bus.
I will live amongst the garbage in my basement. Oh man.
See, I've never had the foot hand and foot before.
Yeah, our littlest was a year old. It was her birthday. Wow, that's lucky, but bad for Eric. Because Ashley's hands were like sore, like they were blistery and they were kind of raw.
Yeah.
But you know,
is that something where the older you are, the worse it is to have?
I don't think it's like the chicken pox and shingles.
Chicken pox or measles or shingles.
No, I think it's just a fever. But Ashley got a fever for a day. Like it was just ridiculous. But now we're all good and healthy, and you know, I'm as handsome as ever.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at my complexion compared to yours, and you know,
I put a light bulb in.
I'm a little darker here than you.
Yeah, so. I know because I've been still driving a bus in Toronto. And where were you?
We were away. I was on my very first faraway vacation ever. It was awesome. For those of you that have me on Facebook, I don't know if I shared any on Twitter. I might have, but went away for my gift for my birthday was a trip to Turks and Caicos. So my very first trip ever, very first time on an airplane, very first time seeing the ocean. Very first time being away from the kids with Paula for an extended period of time, and it was amazing. Like, oh my god, it was just so nice to go and relax, and it was an all-inclusive resort, so all you could eat, all you could drink, and just relax, and it was the best.
Show my driver's tan.
Yeah, when you get the one arm where it's when you put your arm out the window, right?
White
Yeah,
and tan. Yeah, he knows.
yeah,
He knows.
yeah.
I also have the farmer's tan on my feet.
On your feet, yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually my legs and my feet actually got burnt when I was away, and I've never had that.
You know what
ever.
it is? It's because you don't think to put suntan lotion on your legs.
No sunscreen. Yeah, no, not at all. Because
Suntan lotion and sunscreen are the same thing.
No, they're not. Suntan
Yes, they are.
lotion is to help you tan. Sunscreen's to protect.
Okay, whatever. I am wrong. You're right.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll bow before Chris. You know what I meant, though.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what I meant.
But that's good though. I and Paula did ask us if we wanted.
I know. Yeah,
to go.
Yeah.
And let's see. So how my work kind of works is I don't get to pick my holidays until October, and that's for the next year. So we were invited to a friend's wedding, and we can't go because I don't know if I'm going to get the time off for their wedding, and they needed like a $500 down payment or whatever it was. But if I can't get the vacation, that's money we lose.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right. So, and it was the same with this one. And I'm like, Nathan's only going to be like a year and a bit. Like, he still hasn't gone to my parents' house to sleep over yet. So it's like,
no, I get it. Trust me. I mean, my kids are 11 and 13, and this is the first time we've really done a holiday away. So you get what I get what you're saying.
So Josh says he wears a sleeve during the summer for the exact reason his left arm is dark brown and his right arm is white, and it's an odd look. I actually have, as you can tell, Under Armour. I wear them. Not this one's just a sleeveless one, but for my work, I actually bought one that's like a long for both arms, just because I had the exact same issue. But I'm happy you had a good time, Chris. I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't jealous. I was very sad that we couldn't be there.
Yeah. And you know what? It would have been nice to have if you guys could have come, or I know Paul asked a couple other friends, closer friends of ours, to see if they wanted to go. But so it was just four of us, Paula and myself and my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. So it was still fun. But I mean, when you go in groups, I could see how it could be even funner. So
believe you me, myself and Ashley, like, don't get me wrong, going to a cottage and camp is fun, but we need that. Like, we need like an all-inclusive, and we've never gone with like friends before. So like we were trying to figure out a way to make it work if we could make it work, but unfortunately we could not.
Yeah. And man, I can't believe how salty the ocean is.
Yeah, man.
Like I
don't shave and go in.
I expected it to be like, oh yeah, okay, you taste the salt. No. The second you're in the water, and it is just like somebody like took a cup of water, poured a whole bunch of salt in it, stirred it up, and that's what it tastes like. Yeah.
I made the mistake when I went to Hawaii with my parents. I shaved and then I went in the water. Oh my God, it was the worst pain.
That would hurt.
Yeah, but then you're walking out like, oh, you look like Macho Man as you're walking out. Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And yeah, the all-inclusiveness, and jealous, Ashley says.
Yeah.
But yeah, the all-inclusiveness,
Ashley,
as Mrs. Q Dog said, is so nice because you don't have to decide what to make for dinner. It's all decided for you.
And right? If you wanted to, for whatever reason, they have restaurants you could go to like that are off resort, or you know, like that. You're not stuck there. The thing I love about all-inclusive is literally booze whenever you wanted, like coffee whenever you wanted. Like they had selected, like when we've gone to places, like they had like nacho bar 24/7.
Yeah,
stuff like that. So it's like kind of like, you know, if you're hammered and you've been drinking all day, you get some damn nachos.
Yeah.
And you make friends with the people that are there, because then they're like they take care of you.
Oh yeah,
above the other people.
Yeah. Tip.
Like,
I
it's that drunk, one funny guy, Chris.
Yeah, I tipped my one bartender, Alex. He was good. I liked him. So in the morning, just the tip. In the mornings, it was okay. Iced coffee with some Kahlua in it.
Yeah, man.
So that was for the morning, and then depending on the day is whatever the drink of the day was. So like when we first got there, it was like pina coladas and margaritas and strawberry daiquiris. And then for the most part, was rum punch. That was the big drink there. And it's basically
the chocolate margaritas.
Chocolate martinis. That was our before dinner drink. Was chocolate martinis. Amaretto and 7-Up. Ooh, that would be good. I like that.
I used to drink a lot of amaretto. When I was 17, I finished 3/4 of a bottle of amaretto at my friend's house. And then I walked out his backyard and I stubbed my foot on his barbecue. And I actually split my whole foot from like here, my toe. Big toe from here down, and it was bleeding everywhere. And I'm like, I need to get a cab home. And I'm like covering my toe with toilet paper so I could get home. But yes, I'm in it. We were discussing this earlier today with like Nathan, and I'm like, yeah, Nathan, your mommy was a woo girl, you know, woo, we're having so much fun. And then I'm like, you know what? I was probably so much worse when I was younger than Ashley. So I'm like, don't be like daddy, be like mommy. But how were the kids when you came home?
They were good. They we like did Zoom calls with them pretty much every other night.
Oh, cool.
And we would talk for them 10 minutes or whatever. But they were obviously sad the day we left. I mean, it's the first time we've been away from them, both of us, for an extended period of time. But they handled it well. Molly was great. My mom said she was very helpful around the house, which was nice. And they were very happy to see us when we got back, of course.
Did you get them some really cool souvenirs?
Yeah, we got Molly a t-shirt. We got Ellis like this crab. It's a magnet, but he just has it in his room, and it's like you jiggle it and the arms and the legs move on it. Cool. Yeah. And then what else did we get? A bunch of shells. I got a bunch of shells out of the ocean, so we brought those back.
I should have asked you to grab some sand for Ashley because she collects the sand.
Oh, does she? Paula's sister might have got some. She was going to bring some back.
Just shake your butt crack out a little bit. I'm sure you got like 4 pounds of it in there.
Well, I felt bad.
I love that.
The one day you go to the beach, you swim in the ocean, and this was the day the ocean was angry. This was the day. Can you see this? I lost my wedding ring to the ocean.
The great god Poseidon is now married to your wife.
Yeah, exactly. The waves just knocking you down, and I'm out there purposely like, the wave's not going to stop me. I'm going out and I'm standing in there letting them hit me, and then sure enough a big one comes and hits me and knocks me down. I knew it was going to push me down, but it's the second wave after that is the one that really gets you because you don't expect that, and then that flips you like almost upside down. But
that's what happened to Ashley. And when she went to Hawaii with her family, I had to jump in and save her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but instead of her wedding ring, I think she lost her top. Ashley, if you're in the comments still, did you lose your top? But no, very glad you had a good time. You know what? I want to randomly share something with you now. I'm a Marvel fan. Are you a Marvel fan, Chris?
Of course, watched all those Marvel movies. I watched them all.
Oh, Ashley's like, no, you weren't there. I know I wasn't there. It was. I know it was another guy. I said it was another guy.
What?
He saved you. I never said I did.
I thought you said you saved her.
No, sorry. If I did say I saved her, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure
it was another guy. No, it was another dude. I wasn't there. She was with her family. This is before I was even in the picture. It's probably that damn guy from Degrassi High. Jerk. But yeah, it's going back to it. I know you watch all the Marvel movies. The latest teaser trailer for Thor.
I have not seen it.
Out. So let's watch it. Let's watch it right now. I'm sharing it right now. Do full screen, baby. Actually, no, this is good. Leave it like this. I want to see your reaction.
All right.
Let's watch this. Ooh, that was classic Thor.
Were once used for battle. Now they're but humble tools for peace.
I love that hammer.
I need to figure out exactly who I am.
Oh, training.
Oh, it's showing the conversion.
Live in the moment.
He's all thin now, at least.
My superheroing days are over.
I really enjoyed Taika and what he's done to this. This is awesome.
He's wearing an old school Thor outfit too.
Oh yeah.
You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love. Me?
What? Just listening.
That was good.
Oh, Natalie Portman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So that looks like that takes place literally right after Endgame, right?
Pretty much. So Natalie Portman, her character, Jane Foster, does become Thor for a brief
Mhm.
period of time, but I like that Mjolnir's all broken. That looks
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah,
Taika
no,
has
it
done a
does.
really good job. The music really works with that trailer.
Yeah.
Him training with
Yeah. So yeah,
Mm.
it's literally it'll be right after Endgame, and then it'll be the whole like him training, getting back into shape, becoming Thor.
Yeah.
Obviously the Guardians are in a little bit.
Well, the title that it was like when it first came out was As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
Get it?
I thought that was going to be their next movie.
No, this was
No.
like the Thor for As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
It was
okay,
like a
okay.
working title, but I like that they went with Love and Thunder. That just sounds cooler because it looks like it's gonna be like a hair metal kind of, especially if Star-Lord's in it, right?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Bye, Melissa.
Thank you for joining us, Melissa. Well, I guess we'll be expecting a FedEx package of dinner. I'm assuming in a day or two. I will have my fork and knife ready. Thank you for joining us. But going back, I guess now that's kind of our segue into the next part of this one. I finally saw Spider-Man No Way Home.
Woohoo! Oh, I'm so good. Right?
Okay,
So
this
I
is
mean,
spoiler territory. I'm not holding back if you're not holding back.
and I don't think going forward, like if you see the commercial on TV, it's spoiled for you, like for the
Yeah.
Blu-ray, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is our warning. This is for sure spoiler cast, full blown spoil now. So
Spoilerific.
spoilerific.
So the movie starts off. I loved it from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. I would even say I liked this more than Infinity Wars and Endgame.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This just hit that nostalgia button for me, like so hard. Like bringing in those villains, like Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin. He was amazing.
Yeah.
Like
he was better than he was in the original.
Even Jamie Foxx's Electro in this was fantastic.
And they made the fun of the fact that his hair was back to normal. Yeah,
I know they did a really good job of that.
Yeah,
like the Electro that they were going for was the Ultimate Electro in the original one. That's why he was all blue. But it's fantastic. It is a fantastic movie.
Josh says the same thing because
Josh
I'm
is the
pretty
man.
sure Derek didn't really enjoy it. I think they said that on their podcast. So
it was everybody is entitled to their opinion, which is completely more than fine. But I'm not a dork. I'm not a wiener boy. I think it was great. No, like I said, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I thought it was fantastic. Alfred Molina as Doc Ock back. So good.
Yep.
Like so good. And then how Spider-Man dealt with him, like letting the nanotech control the arms, I thought was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I remember the day Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man came out. Okay. I actually went to the theaters the night before it came out at 12. That's when they did like the day before midnight premiere.
Mm-hmm.
And I got tickets with Miles and Seth.
Okay.
And we went and saw that movie at 12 o'clock in the morning. And like, this is like right when we first got a car. So we drove to the cinema in Woodbridge and we went and watched it and it was great. And then when I saw them bring in Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, I'm just like, oh, because I liked the Amazing Spider-Mans as well.
Yeah, they're
the villains were lackluster.
Yes, yeah.
It wasn't him. He was good. It was the villains were lackluster.
Yeah. Ryan looks like he's got something he wants to say here, so I'm interested to see. He's just got the well. And
I
of
love
course Derek is entitled to be
wrong.
wrong. Yes.
But there's a lot of things that I enjoy with that Derek's liked as well. But like everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I really enjoyed it. I love that Andrew Garfield got his redemption when he saved Mary Jane.
Yep.
And like you saw the tears in his eyes. Like I really felt that he was the standout for this movie for me. Like everyone was good, but like he was good. Like I really think that he should get a third movie.
When they were doing the whole like Well, what have you guys done? Well, I,
Oh,
I
what
fought aliens and
an alien
I
goo, and
fought
then
an
an alien in
too.
space. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
He's like, I fought a Russian guy in a rhino costume.
yeah. And they're
So
like, no, you're good. And Toby Maguire
You're
was actually,
amazing.
yeah, it was good.
because he's
too.
amazing
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
yeah.
And I love
yeah.
that when they all jumped, commenting, "I'm not a dork. I'm not a wiener boy.
boy.
Oh, I am a dork." But
Yes. Okay. There we go.
I really enjoyed that one part where they all jumped off.
Yeah, and then
And they were like
land.
webbing each other. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, I had the
Yeah.
weirdest boner. Ash is like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I can't, nothing."
Yeah. I can't stand up for the
I
next
can't
20
stand
minutes.
up. It was great.
And then the end credit scene.
I didn't like that.
Why?
I didn't like that the end credit scene was a trailer for another movie because nothing progressed.
What do you mean a trailer for another movie? No. What are you
Yeah,
talking
it was Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
No. The Venom.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of cool that they left a
Yeah.
little bit of that, right? But like,
Well, the fact that now
yeah,
the Venom symbiote is in that world and whether or not it plays a part or not. So
I teared up when he saved MJ. This movie definitely let Garfield come back for some.
yeah, exactly.
I completely
Right.
agree with you. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you. When they were all fighting together and that happened, and you saw his face, I teared up too because that was his redemption. But I
Yeah.
really feel he should get a third movie. They should close off his saga. Like they should make Andrew Garfield the Sonyverse Spider-Man. So he should deal with Morbius. He should deal with Venom because Venom is in the Sonyverse. And then what's his name?
Kingpin.
Tom Holland. Tom Holland should be what's it called? Tom Holland should be in the Marvel universe.
No, Kingpin's Marvel, right?
Yeah, but he's brought over too. Bringing over freaking Daredevil.
Yeah. Oh,
like
yes.
from the Netflix show. I love that.
Netflix show. Yes,
Catching
that
the
was
brick. He's like,
awesome.
"How did you
Yeah.
do that?" He's like, "I'm a really
Yeah.
good lawyer."
Yeah. So I guess
thought it was like-
Bill doesn't not a fan of Andrew Garfield.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You
I think he
saw
deserves
though,
a third
Sam.
one.
You saw Sam Raimi said he'd be willing to do another one with Toby,
Toby?
though, eh? Yeah.
I heard Toby's in Multiverse of Madness.
Really? Okay.
I heard
Okay.
Multiverse of Madness, the new Doctor Strange, has got more like surprises and stuff like that than Into the Spider-Verse. And all
Well,
that
they're
crap.
not giving away anything. Like that trailer that's out right now for it. Like
You just hear
him.
Patrick Stewart.
You hear Patrick Stewart. It's
So you
him,
know he's
and
Xavier.
it's Scarlet Witch. That's it.
No, you see Mordo as well.
But do you? Oh
he's
yes,
the guy.
yeah. But you don't see
and Wong.
You don't see like no, but like all the bad guys like that are escaping through. They're like weird aliens and stuff. You're not seeing people. So.
I didn't hear that.
Really?
Ryan.
I
didn't know
not
he was
hear
a
that.
dick.
Yeah.
If that's
I
the
knew
case,
Tobey
it sucks.
Maguire was a dick, but
No, it looked good, and I like that they did the meme too.
yes,
The Spider-Man pointing.
yeah,
That was like the first thing they did.
yeah.
But I like Tom Holland as a Spider-Man. He is my favorite Spider-Man.
And the best part about this now is they've rebooted Spider-Man, and
He
they
looks
can
cool.
do whatever he wants now because nobody knows who he is.
Mhm.
He's now Spider-Man living by himself, so he's going to get his job being the reporter or whatever.
And he's
right?
made his suit similar to the other Spider-Man
Yep.
because he's not using the thing is, I have a theory why he's not using Stark's suit. Because if no one knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Tony Stark, when he makes those things,
Yep.
doesn't every time he comes in, he's like, hello, Peter. So if Tony Stark never knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, he wouldn't have made the suit for him. So
Mhm.
even if he has the suit, it doesnesn't recognize him, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah, that makes
Right?
sense. Yeah.
But I like that he's got that back. Sucks that MJ and Ned don't, but I like that's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That is classic Spider-Man. Like
Yeah,
he's a character who's always like having to sacrifice everything, right?
And Aunt
and
May, I was a little shocked
Marissa
about that.
Tomei, I was
Yeah.
saddened by that, but it
Yeah.
had to be Green Goblin.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I agree. Exactly. Creeply, Josh, you perfect. Maguire was a great Peter Parker. Garfield was a good Spider-Man, but Holland is like a perfect mix of the two.
Yeah.
And he's young.
agreed.
He actually looks the right age
Mhm.
to play the characters, right? But yeah, I knew that someone was going to die because they never had Uncle Ben in this.
Totally reboots to how it must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
yeah.
going to be great. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be good. I think it was like based off of, I think it was called Spider-Man Another Day, where Spider-Man makes a deal with Mephisto.
Okay.
Similar deal that everyone forgets that he's Peter Parker.
Okay.
Similar,
Cool.
but
Yeah.
Mephisto, right? Not Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I did hear a lot of negativity towards Doctor Strange's part in the movie, and I can't remember where I heard that. Whether it was just reading it online or something.
People were just saying that like how he was acting was very nonchalant and not in his character.
Not him. Yes, that's what it was.
But I think it was. I think it was just he was like, we've been through enough. I've been gone for 5 years. I'm no longer the Sorcerer Supreme because I was gone for 5 years. Like,
yeah.
You know, I think it was okay. After watching the movie, I felt that it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer made it seem more like, Spider-Man, if you come over here, I'm going to cast a spell on you. By the way, I'd love to see like a Doctor Strange. Spider-Man.
You sound like
Is it Roger Waters or something?
Yeah, the guy from The Simpsons that they always make parodies of.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, the yes guy.
I would say more like Hedonism Bot from what's it called? Futurama.
Yeah.
Jumbie, bring me the chocolate strawberries. But yes, sorry it took me so long to watch it so we could talk about it.
No, that's fine. I didn't watch it till. Well, I mean, I watched it like a month before you, but I didn't watch it until it was out on streaming.
I think I watched it on Josh's Plex. I think I did. I don't remember.
Did you? Yeah,
I watched it on Plex, but it was good. It was good. Marvel knows how to hit you, like right in the feels. Like DC has, like, if you look at my comic collection, which I have quite a bit of, I have more DC comics than Marvel comics because DC's comics, I think, are significantly better. With the exception of the new Thor title that Donny Cates is doing and the Venom title that Donny Cates is doing, those are like absolutely ridiculous. But the movies and the TV shows, Marvel's knocking it out of the park, where DC just...
Yeah, well,
like Ezra Miller's like going around beating up people. And Amber Heard with the whole Johnny Depp thing, it's like that's the majority of their cast. And now they're not like, they go to Henry Cavill. He's like, you are never going to be Superman again. I'm like, he was a great Superman.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I watched.
Did you hear
Venom
Nicolas Cage?
too.
Did you hear Nicolas Cage was supposed to be Superman?
Like way back in the day, right? Yeah.
There's a picture with him with like the long hair and like a muscle suit. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You saw Venom
I watched
2?
Venom 2 on the plane ride. I think it was on the way there or on the way back. Good. It was okay. I mean, watching it on the plane, the audio isn't the best either. I think I preferred the first one over that one.
I fell asleep through the first one. Not that it was bad. I was really tired and I never went back to it.
Yeah, I mean, I like him better as Venom than Topher Grace. Like Topher Grace
but
was too
that version of Venom
corny.
was garbage.
Yeah.
I really just wish that he got the Spider-Man logo on his suit. Like that's Venom to me. That's the only thing it's missing. Everything else he looks good.
Yeah.
And that weird turd in the line I didn't care for.
Yeah.
Have you now since we're still on Marvel, have you watched Moonknight yet?
No.
Okay,
I know
we're not going to talk about it.
You mentioned it to me. I haven't watched it yet.
That's why I said maybe Moonknight.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
It's awesome.
And I like really the guy in it from Star Wars.
What's his name?
It's something French, isn't it?
Fart. That's what his name is.
But he was from is it Rogue One? Is that the one he's from?
No, the new one, the new trilogy.
He's from the new trilogy.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, that's it.
Oscar Isaac.
I don't know why I said something French.
Something Oscar Isaac, huh?
Oscar Isaac.
And then Doctor Strange shows up. Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched.
Talk about it yet. We'll save on that. It's good. I like it.
We're playing catch up on all our TV shows. 3. So yeah,
I'm on episode 3, so it's good.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry though. Marvel's like killing it. Did you watch Hawkeye?
Yeah. Oh, Hawkeye was awesome. Loved.
Yeah,
Hawkeye.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yes. Well, and that's what
that's
why I mentioned Kingpin. Yeah,
he's a good Kingpin too, right?
Yeah. It's just funny that he technically was Thor in Adventures in Babysitting way back in the day.
I know, it's kind of funny.
It's just funny how that works.
He's a good Kingpin though. He looks good. I didn't mind Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin and like the old Daredevil because he was like he had the size, the stature, the deep voice. But Vincent D'Onofrio just, I don't know, man. He really speaks to me like as that awkward like mobster.
Yeah,
guy.
the one thing, and I guess you would know this better, but Kingpin was like, he's just a regular dude. Like he's just so big, right? Like he
He's-
doesn't have powers or anything, does he?
So he's like the peak human performance. Like
Okay.
he is 100% muscle.
Even though it looks
So
like
even
he's
when
fat.
Spider-Man hits him, he's like he said, it's like hitting a brick wall.
Yeah.
So in the Netflix, he was a regular guy. When they moved him over to Marvel,
Yep.
he's got his like abilities now because he got hit by a freaking car in an explosive arrow and he walked away. He's
Yeah.
just 100% muscle.
So he was played by somebody else in the TV show.
No, he was played by Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, okay. He played him in
Yeah.
the TV show
Yeah,
too.
so that's
Okay,
one.
Okay.
So I saw that. I'm like, okay, they have to be bringing in Charlie Cox as Daredevil.
Mhm.
I think Charlie Cox as Daredevil, like Matt Murdock, he was amazing. I know you never watched the Netflix.
I watched like
Daredevil.
the first 2 episodes, I think.
It's the best one out of the 4 or the
Yeah.
5 or whatever ones were released. Actually, I like Punisher too, but
Yeah.
you know. Can I share another clip with you?
Sure.
So I know I recommended Vox Machina a while back, like not last episode, but the episode before.
Yeah.
It is a very good D&D animated show done by the guys at Critical Role. It's a bunch of voice actors that play D&D. One of the voice actors is McCree from Overwatch. It's high noon, you know, whatever his name is. I think it's McCree, or they changed it because of the whole scandal.
Really?
Yeah, so it's Jesse now. But
I didn't know
I think
that.
it's Jesse. Because they named him after the guy who was not unfortunately, he had the sex scandal. He did it to himself. And they named that character after him, so they changed it.
Really?
But yes,
I haven't played it in a while. Anyway,
it is a great show. I recommend it. I heard Kevin talk about it on their podcast. I don't know. I think Derek saw it as well.
Yeah,
it is great.
And Joe on STC.
So I'm going to show you a clip of them fighting a dragon. When I saw this, it got me into I was like, okay, I'm all in for this. So let me just embiggenate the screen. I'm going to share it.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to full screen it. Ready?
Yep.
So good.
So what do you want us to do? Run out and yell, "Hey, Dragon Man, we don't know what the fuck we're doing."
So good.
You think you can hide in my lair? Hey, Taint Smear!
You're in my way again, you ape.
What you call me?
Looks like Kratos.
You'll squash
He's
you
a-
too.
Oh, as if
barbarian.
either of you could kill anything. Preening, pea-coated peacock and a witless goon.
You
It's so
watch
good.
yourself, peasant.
If the 3 of you will shut up already, and
The
let me
music is
kill this
badass, too.
inflated windbag.
Is that Lena Headley? It sounds like her.
No,
I
it's
am
another
the
voice
Iron
actress.
Stall. You are nothing but a pathetic.
I love the animation too. And then here comes the music.
Impossible.
Gotcha.
So good. So good. I even forced Ashley to watch this. Best. Scanlan's hand. So good. I love that we can show this stuff now.
Look who's nice and low.
So good. I'm sorry, if you don't have hard nipples from the end of this, you're not watching the same thing.
Is he dead?
Is he dead?
That was
So
pretty good. That's pretty
So
good.
good.
So is that like one of the first episodes?
First episode, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's it was so good. I love that show. And like all the voice actors from the game that played it are the voice actors in the show.
Really? Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. It's such a good. So the funny thing is, I was saying to Ashley, they obviously made it look much more badass in the show, but when you're playing D&D, it's like, so I'm going to charge at him. Okay, roll the dice. So it's not as exciting, but like these guys actually describe things really, really well.
Mhm,
So like it was really good. Like I listened to a couple episodes, like their podcast.
mhm.
It was, I don't know. I think you should start watching it. It's gory. It is
I
fun.
it looks awesome. And don't get me wrong. I just got so many shows. I haven't even finished The Boys season 2. You're just gonna
I
stare
didn't
at me?
freeze. I'm just gonna stare at you. Also watch The Boys, the Andy Samberg one, the animated one.
Andy Samberg one.
It's like
Which one's that?
The Boys Diabolic or something like that. It's on Prime.
Oh, is it based
They're like
off of
50
The Boys?
No. Yeah. But it's like 15-minute episodes each one.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
The only weird one is the one with Aquafina.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the only weird one. Like she just made it weird.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. It was good, but it was weird. I love the fact you just. I don't know.
I might watch. I don't know. It looks alright. It
So,
looks cool, so.
comment section. I'm looking for a new co-host that watches cool shows. Hit me up at R3_podcast on Twitter. You know, if you want me to
your
join,
DMs and
just slide right in. Be gentle though. So literally, we are the Barrie Game Exchange week. We are what, 3 days? 3
is
days.
it
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
1, 2, yeah, 3 days, I guess now.
3 days away.
2.5,
So-
not even 3.
Are you excited?
Yeah, man, this is gonna be so good. We're officially at 200 tables. 200. Our
How many of
last
those are Derek? Is Derek 199?
Derek is not 199. Oh, there you go. Josh wants to be your co-host.
Okay, Josh, you and me. We're going to talk about ginger ale and Dungeons and Dragons.
Our last show, so the one we did in the fall of 2019, we had, I believe, 140 tables. And this is 200 tables.
Like I said, man, people want this. They need this.
I am blown
They're frothing
away
at the mouth
with people booking tables. I'm blown away with the response we've getting of people that want to attend. Like normally we do it in the hockey rink and it's like 3/4 of the way down, right? And then we have a big open area. Now we have tables the whole way around. Plus we've got rows extended out. We still have lots of room. Like we still have like 10-foot walks for everybody all the way around, right? So there's still lots of room.
I'm just gonna like see people in my head like walking like this. Get out of here. No, people are just excited. I think they're gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Just to see each other.
To see each other, to be able to interact with people that you haven't seen in like 2 years face to face.
Yeah, like
maybe
not
not
screen.
face to face, but like
What are you talking about? You don't want to go talk. Show everybody how to go. My name is Nintendo Hodge. No.
But yeah, man, like we got the PS5. I keep saying PS4. We got the PS5 to give away
With a game.
Yeah, it's hockey, but it's still a game. Yeah, it's thanks Ryan. It's awesome.
He didn't do it. It was all Paula. She was like, Chris, you got to get on this. He's like, fine.
We got a couple vendors coming from Quebec, which is cool. This one of the vendors has been at our previous show, but another one's a new vendor. Actually, a lot of new vendors this time around, and again, adding more different things. Like we got a guy coming that's going to sell Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We have a guy coming.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards
I think
is still around.
Apparently, yeah. Some comics. I know we'll have lots of Funko Pops, video games, board games, collectable toys.
I doubt you're gonna
toys
have any video games at the Barrie Game Exchange.
No video games, none,
absolutely
none. No Nintendo tapes with duck.
No,
shoot
only one duck shoot game. And that's gonna be at Josh's table.
I bet
Josh,
Josh
I
has a
love
couple
Josh's
duck
comment.
shoots.
I need this.
Yes, yeah, no, you do. Everybody
See?
needs this. Yeah, like
It's
yeah,
seriously.
yeah.
It's been a long 2 years.
It has been a very long 2 years.
And people
Yeah.
love your event. Yet
Mhm.
again, your event was how we became friends.
Yep.
If it wasn't for the Barrie Game Exchange, there wouldn't be an R3 podcast.
Very true. It is, yeah.
People are
And
like,
I
why did you
mean-
have to do a Barrie Game Exchange, Chris?
If I could go back in time and change one thing.
I wouldn't lose my wedding ring.
Yeah. And with the whole, so with me taking the trip and being comfortable on a plane, like that was easy peasy. I had pills from the doctor that I took just in case. I wasn't nervous at all. I don't think the pills did anything, but I was fine flying,
you
no
got
problem.
roofied by the doctor.
Yeah, the doctor roofied me. But with that said, like now I wouldn't mind trying to do like maybe Portland. So in the fall in Portland, Oregon in October, maybe I'll go visit the Q Dogs and go to PRGE.
Was that the thing you guys went to last time?
No. A few people have been out to that
That
one.
was
I know-
Chicago.
yeah, we did Chicago and
Yeah.
Philly. Philly was the one, too many games in Philly. But I know Kevin and Sarah were supposed to go, but I think they had to fly back. And James has been out there as well. I'm not sure like Dean's been there from Cartridge Club as well, but nobody. I
Doesn't
think,
Dean go
else local to
everywhere?
us. He tries to.
Like literally, I see pictures that because I'm as a friend of him on Facebook, and
Mhm.
it's like places they've all been. Like if they had one of those like maps that were like
The maps
scratch
is just
tickets
full,
ones,
yeah,
it'd literally be
yeah.
full. Where me, it's just like I went down the street. There's no down the street on this map. I went to Toronto from Burlington.
Yeah.
I've gone a couple places. I'm not gonna lie, but a couple.
Hey, you've been to Germany? Yeah, Germany.
Germany was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that in, like one of our first episodes.
That was our first episode. Yeah,
Was that our first one? Yeah.
yeah. It was that and Bruce Campbell. That's why Josh never listened to that episode. But yes, I'm very happy that it's happening. I'm very happy for you. It's good that everything's all, green to go, and there's no
Mhm.
more like last minute like lockdown bullshit. Like I said, people are gonna need
Yeah.
this crap.
Yeah,
need-
we actually had a vendor pull out today because they tested positive for COVID, which we kind of figured that would happen. So
Josh is like, I'm gonna have some garbage games.
garbage games.
Garbage
Do you
games.
label them as garbage games too, Josh? or
No, he
not?
just
You
keeps
should.
them in the bag where he finds them. Just dumps the bag out on the table. How much for this? The Subway sub. Chicken bacon ranch. Josh has got an accent now. Yeah, I've been trying to keep this shit a secret, but yeah, we're coming.
What?
Yeah, we're coming to the Barrie Game Exchange.
You said you couldn't come.
I found out that I had a floater day left, so I took it and they approved it.
Seriously?
Yep.
You're not yanking my chain here.
Nope, we're coming.
Okay. You could come up on the day of then, on Sunday?
Yeah, so what's gonna happen is little man's gonna spend the day at my parents just because
Mhm.
it was just too much of a crowd, too big.
Mhm.
I want to see everybody, so we're gonna come
Yay.
up. We're also gonna take this moment to yeah. We're gonna take this moment for I know Ashley's like, you weren't supposed to say anything. This is the longest she's ever listened to our podcast, by the way.
Right? I know.
We're going to take this opportunity as well with Nathan not being in the car for Ashley to do some highway driving.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, to do some highway driving. I'll drive obviously to my parents' house, drop Nathan off, and then I'll just go to that halfway part, like the gas station
Mhm.
on the side, and then I'll let her go the rest because she'll be fine. She's a great driver, but she's
Mhm.
never really done highway. If the weather's good, this is going to be prime.
It's supposed to be like
yeah.
22 and sunny all day. So,
Yeah, it'll
unless
be
that's
prime.
changed.
It'll be prime driving for her. And then when we're done, like I don't know if she'll spend the whole time at the Barrie Game Exchange with us because she's like, there's the mall behind. She might go for like a little fart around, or she may have to do some
jaunt.
work. She may have to do work too, so she might go into the back at like the back end of the gear, like she did last time, just because she's still got a couple big projects on the go.
Mhm.
But this will be our first real outing without Nathan.
Mhm.
I know, right? It's like, yeah, even the Weather Network and the deities that control the weather, 25 and sunny. People need
Yeah.
that shit. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
good day.
So I also can announce then. So that's kind of cool. I'm very happy. You're not kind of cool. It's amazing.
But
that you're gonna
I
do
am
that.
buying a ticket because I want to win a PS5.
PS5. So I will announce this will be more for Cartridge Club people, and they probably already all know. but we are also going to be blessed by the presence of a Mr. J Rock who has rented a table to sell at the Barrie Game Exchange. So
Really?
yeah. So J Rock will be there, as well as all the
Good day to
regular
be
Cartridge
inside.
Club people. Yeah. So I was pretty excited when he reached out to say that he was going to be there too. I'm sure most of the club people already know that, but and I don't know if he wanted me to tell everybody, but people listening here, they know.
And they'll find out when they get there and they see him too, right?
Yeah. So yeah.
Careful, first real outing with our daughter with a son 9 months later. Hey, well, you know what? I'm gonna go out here. It was our anniversary yesterday. Happy anniversary the day after Ashley. You never know. Something might have happened last night when Nathan went to bed. That's all I'm saying. Nathan was in daycare majority of the day yesterday.
What's 9 months from today?
From yesterday? I don't know.
9 months from yesterday?
I don't know. I did make a mean steak. It's pretty delicious steak.
January. So in the new year, let's find out.
You never know. Steak is an aphrodisiac, isn't it? Isn't it?
Maybe
no,
for
it put you to bed.
Steak and potatoes put you to sleep. Yeah.
No, we did steak, like sticky rice, because like rice is my favorite side dish. Just plain white rice with steak. It's delicious. I loved it. And then arugula beet and goat cheese salad. That's what Ashley wanted. So
yeah.
I made all that for breakfast. I made a really nice breakfast sandwich, like a bacon, egg, and cheese, and a nice bread.
Mm-hmm.
And then for dinner, since we did so much, I'm like, you know what? We're doing mac and cheese. We went a little classy and had mac and cheese. And I'm like, Nathan will never know we had steak.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But yes, 9 years.
9 years. I know that
9 years she put up with me.
I'm 15, 16. What am I? Something like that.
I woke up and I looked over at her, not having really any, stress lines or anything. And I'm like, man, either I'm not as bad as I think I am, or she just has more patience than I give her credit for. Because not only does she have to deal with our son, Nathan, she has to deal with her other husband's son, me.
Two boys in the house. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Like she's like playing with Nathan. She's cuddling and I'm playing with Nathan. I'm like slamming him on the floor. I have a pillow and I'm just like hitting him with a pillow.
Yeah.
This is what we do. So God bless her. But yeah, we're coming up together.
That's
It'll
so
be
awesome.
fun.
I can't wait to tell Paula and Molly now. They'll be
Don't
very
tell
excited.
Don't tell them.
No, I have to.
Don't tell
now.
them. No, you
I
don't
can't
have
keep
to.
a secret.
Yes, you can. There was that one time you didn't tell everybody that you were a lady. Hajina.
Hajina. No, I have to tell them. They're going to be so happy.
Yeah, when I found out that my work gave it to me and that I had that extra floater day. So what happened was when this happened, I didn't go to work, and my work was like, "Oh, we'll use your floater day because we have 2 floater days we can use like as emergency days where we get paid for it too, like just like an extra holiday." And I'm like, I was saving it for the Barrie Game Exchange, and then this happened, so I didn't go to work, and they're like, "Oh, we'll use your floater day so you didn't lose a day of income." And I'm like, I really didn't want to, but they were like, we don't want to not pay you. Don't worry about it. I'm like, fine. And then I'm looking through my paychecks and I noticed they've never used it. And I'm like, okay, it's been like 3 weeks now and I still got this. Well, that paycheck is come and gone. I've obviously been okay with losing that day. I put it in and I'm like waiting. And I got the approval like 3-4 days ago. So like even Josh messaged me or Derek messaged me on Twitter going, "Hey, are you coming up? I need an extra cameraman." And then Miles messaged me and he's like, "Hey, are you coming up? I want to interview you."
Is Miles going?
Yeah, with Pam. Miles
Is
and
he?
Catherine are coming with Pam.
Oh, awesome. Okay, that's good. I didn't know they were coming either. Awesome.
Yeah, man. Buddy.
Everybody's coming.
Game
This is awesome.
It's going to be like that video I sent you. High five.
It is.
You know what? I want to show up, but TikTok always goes to weird boobs stuff.
Well,
I want to show that.
I can try to quickly take it down. I don't know.
Hold on.
Try it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. I found this video and I'm like, I sent this to Chris and I'm like, this is going to be like Nathan and me when Nathan is older. And it really, like I said, like to Ashley, when I sent this to her, I'm like, I said they're the same thing. And I'm like, when something happens and you think of it and it makes you so happy, you like tear up a little bit and you're like, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this happening. It makes me happy. I'm like, this is going to be me and my son. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share this quickly. So, Chris, this is going to be everybody at the
stuff is okay. Don't worry. Josh,
this is going to be
stuff is okay.
This is going to be everybody at the Barrie Game Exchange when we all finally see each other again. Ready? Here we go.
It's kind of small, but that's all right.
We'll deal.
High five! High five! Meet me halfway! Come on, high five!
And then the random guy.
High five!
Yeah.
Yes! Ah!
And then what are the comments? It goes, "That's how men become friends." But that is going to be all of us at the Barrie Game Exchange. High five! Meet me halfway. I'm just going to actually run around all the vendors with my arm out like a wrestler, just high fiving everybody. Like
You got to bring the 2x4.
Oh, I go, "Hey Josh, how much for this game?" And he's like, "Oh, this is $40." I'm like, hit him with a 2x4. So I think our first live episode worked really well.
It did, but
What? I have a random recommendation. Don't worry.
okay.
Do you have a random recommendation?
Maybe.
You can go first.
Why isn't it working? What happened?
Oh, because you
Why
got
didn't it
stage
work?
fright. Uh-oh. You
going
broke
on?
it.
It didn't move. Why didn't it work?
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Try it
here.
again.
Oh, just a second here. Video file.
Oh, we got to do this. Oh, you got to re-upload it.
There we go. No, it takes 2 seconds.
Ramble, record, repeat. Random recommendation.
Say that 5 times fast. Come on, I dare you.
No.
So do you have one?
I'll let you go first. Maybe not.
So mine's another video game.
Okay.
I've been kind of on a video game thing. So I have gotten back into beating video games. Like, I'm making it a point that I need to beat video games. Even if it's like little at a time, I need to beat them.
Yeah.
So I beat Spider-Man Miles Morales. I beat Ghost of Tsushima.
Mhm.
I started up Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was on sale. It was like a digital copy, but it was on sale. And it comes with the Valhalla and Ragnarok, which is 2 different versions of the game. You can play Ragnarok if you haven't played Valhalla, but it is like my cup of tea. It's like that Norse god, like that kind of stuff, like Odin and Thor and all that stuff. And it's fun so far. My favorite Assassin's Creed game and the last Assassin's Creed game I played was the one with Ezio, I believe, like the one in Italy. Like Ezio.
Oh, okay.
There's like the 3 one. It was like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I think. And then I haven't played one since. I played a little bit of Odyssey at my brother's house. That was it. Like that was the Egyptian one, but this one's great. This one's really fun. It's all Viking stuff and it's really fun. Like it looks good. You have like the tattoos and everything. Like it looks awesome. Really, really good. You know,
Cool.
I would definitely recommend it if you are a fan of that kind of story, like that Norse mythology.
So with the Assassin's Creed games, I know like the original ones, it was very stealth based. Do they stay that way? Like, is that a stealth?
This
game?
one you can do just. I'm going to run in and beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah. Okay.
You can build your character up. You can be an archer or you can have stealth.
Okay. Because
I'm a Viking, so I'm going like full on like just I'm going to kick the door down and.
The one that's appealed to me that I have and I bought purposely for the PS3, but I haven't played it, and I think it's on the PS4 as well, is Black Flag. Just because
of the pirate one.
Pirates theme, yeah. I heard that it's a lot of fun. Kevin was talking about that on their podcast the one time that he had played it. I don't know if he beat it or played it or whatever, but I remember him talking about it, and it's one I had picked up well before that, thinking this is up my alley, being pirates and all. So. Yeah.
But no, it's a good game. I really, really enjoy it, like more than I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was going to play it at some point just because I paid for it. Like even like, but I wasn't going to buy it. Sorry, I wasn't going to buy it unless it was on sale.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy with it. Little by little going through that. Still trying to play the Mass Effect trilogy just because it's one of my favorite games. Same with KOTOR.
Yep.
But I recommend Valhalla if you like that kind of stuff. Like I was talking to my buddy Cletus. He wanted to play for those of you that don't know, he's a guy I met playing Grand Theft Auto, and he just became friends with him, and like we still shoot the shit like He sends me random shit on TikTok all the time. Same thing. We just shoot the shit all the time.
Mm.
Lives out in New Brunswick. But he was asking me about the samurai one, the Ghost of Tsushima. He's like, I love like games that are like you can build your character and it's like open world. And I'm like, well, do you like samurai stuff? He's like, kind of. And I go, well, if you're not into it, you're not going to like this game because this game is like heavily built around that
lore. Yeah.
That lore. I go, so it's probably not for you. And he's like, okay, thanks for the heads up. And he played the demo and he's like, yeah, it's not. I go, it's a great game. He's like, it was absolutely beautiful. To this day, I still think it's one of the most beautiful games I've ever played.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
But yeah, Valhalla, that one. And then also, I'll go second recommendation, Screwball whiskey, Welch's grape juice, and a little bit of Buble berry makes a peanut butter and jelly drink that is amazing. I do 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. You will thank me. If you don't add the Buble, it's going to be a little syrupy, more from the whiskey than the Welch's.
I'm gonna have to. Maybe I'll buy some for this weekend and I'll have some.
It's so good. Just do it at the Game Exchange. I'm gonna have a table and I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna make shots. Just
sell them to everybody. Yeah.
I'm gonna do my Doctor Strange. Hello, Spider-Man. Do you want a shot?
No, I have a recommendation. This is what I was toying with. It's a TV show. I don't think you've watched it because you don't have cable, and I don't think it's on any streaming services yet, but I could be wrong. And that is Young Rock.
I have heard nothing but good things about Young Rock, but I have not watched it yet.
So season 2 is out right now. I think we're probably about halfway through this season right now because it's a shorter sitcom, half-hour episode sitcoms. The thing that is so good about this is it's throwback to so many old wrestlers, right? Because he grew up in the wrestling business, right? His dad was Rocky Johnson. He was a big wrestler. He wrestled for his grandmother owned a wrestling company in Hawaii.
Well, that whole family,
Peter Maivia, his
right?
grandfather,
High Chief Peter Maivia.
Yeah, exactly.
They have the Wild Samoans.
Yep.
Rosie, Umaga.
Oh, from that, yeah. Well,
it's all from that family. Roman Reigns.
One of the most recent episodes, it shows Rock. It shows Rock, and then it's Roman Reigns. Yeah, is there?
Wasn't Iron Sheik in that? Wasn't Iron Sheik in that one too?
Iron Sheik, Andre the Giant, Junkyard Dog, Macho Man Randy Savage, and it's just amazing to see the people that they have to play these characters on the show.
It's an A&E show.
Nope. Not A&E.
What is it?
It's on it's a Global here, I think, maybe, or CTV.
No, A&E was
it's a CTV.
A&E was the treasure hunting one with the wrestling stuff.
Yeah, which was also good, but yeah, like, and you don't have to be a wrestling fan to enjoy the show either. Like the premise of the show is The Rock is running for president in like the year 2040 or something like that. So it's like 20 years from now.
He would win.
And it's him telling stories from his childhood to like a guy that's interviewing him and how it correlates to where he is in his life now and stuff like that. So it's really fun. The actors that they have to play The Rock at the different ages, because I think it's 3 different ages. So it's like when he's a little kid.
Do they have Fanny Pack Rock?
Yes. Fanny Pack Rock is there. Yeah. Where he dresses up like he did. Yeah. So it's cool because they're getting close to where it's going to be where he actually decides he wants to start wrestling. Because I think you know this, and most people listening might, is he was actually wanted to be a football player, right? He went to the University of Miami. He didn't make an NFL team. He didn't get drafted. He played in the CFL for a little bit. And then after that is when he decided to become a professional wrestler and join the family business. So it's just getting to that point in the show now, which is going to be pretty cool.
Like, yeah, I think a lot of wrestlers want to be like pro athletes. Goldberg was a football player, and
a lot of them were football or some other sport and then crossed over.
Hold on, for those of you that don't know, I'm just sharing it with you now, Chris.
Oh,
this is Fanny Pack Rock.
Yeah, people at home
turtleneck Fanny Pack Rock,
turtlenecks and chains,
Hey, I still wouldn't mess with him.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
You know, and Derek chimes in, but an hour too late.
Oh
Getting
yeah,
excited.
Derek's ready for the BG. I still have to price stuff. I'm not done yet. My stuff.
What else is
I don't
you're
have a
running
lot,
the event.
but
You're running the event.
well, Paula's got her table, right? So I'll throw some stuff on her table. So,
But I want to watch that show. I have yet to watch it.
it's probably on Derek or Josh's Plex, and if it's not, get on that, boys.
Oh, they will. Their plexes are awesome.
I have one of their Plexes, maybe both. One for sure.
I also finished because of one of their plexes. I'm pretty sure it was Derek's, was Peacemaker.
Yes, that was good, eh?
Peacemaker was awesome. The
It
music
got
was
better
golden.
as it went on.
Yeah, I'm looking
It
forward
was
to
a little
season 2.
slow, but it got better. So,
John Cena,
oh yeah,
he's awesome.
so good.
Good action show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very
So
much so.
I think our first episode was be a success. Our first live one. We talked about a little everything. There was highs and lows. You found out we're coming to the Barrie Game Exchange. Look at that face. Look at that. Look at that putum. Look at that putum. Thank you to everyone that joined us. This blew me away that people actually like listening to us talk about the most random things.
Yes.
And now they're watching us.
Now they're watching us too. They get to.
They
stare
actually
at
get to
our
see how
ugly
good
mugs.
looking I am. I'm pretty good looking. Hold on, wait.
Yeah,
Look at that. Statuesque.
pretty good.
See, look at this. Have fun. Good one. Everyone, well, you know what? I will hug J Rock for you as well.
Yeah, we'll tell him too. It's from Ryan.
I'm not going to say it's from Ryan. I'm just going to hug him.
Just gonna, and you know what? He'll hug you right back, like Josh
know.
said. It's gonna be hugs all around. Damn COVID. So
Goddamn COVID. No, Josh, you're on our show now. You can swear. Don't worry. It's not weird.
yeah, I guess we gotta be careful. Should we spoil that? Because I don't know when their episode. Well, ours is live, but
yeah. I'm stealing your hug, and I'm going to go up to him like, oh, you smell different when you're awake. I'm going to really creep it out.
oh, I love
I'm going to
it.
steal all the hugs. But yeah, no, I think they mentioned in their last episode, their
Yeah,
5-hour
well,
episode.
Yeah, that was weird. I experienced the same thing, but I didn't.
No. I went to
well,
the end.
What was it? What did I miss?
April Fool's, suckers.
Oh, was that all it was? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I flat out messaged him. I'm like, I'm not going to sit through this. He's like, it's the last like 5 seconds. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
It was a good episode.
It was a
Very
great
good
episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, when I saw it, I'm like 5 hours. I'm like, what? And then it ended, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Like their episodes are just getting better and better. So people that don't know the Not So Special podcast.
They're like a fine wine. They get better with age.
They're like an onion. The more you go into it, the more it just stinks. No, their episodes are good. Very good. I've been really getting into, what's it called? Retro Fandango as well.
Fandango's great.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So,
But I guess Chris is playing me out. I don't want to get slapped.
no, I
don't want to get
didn't know-
slapped.
I was trying to load it in to see if it would load in without playing automatically, and it played automatically. So that's why I just
My
paused
random
it.
recommendation is to not listen to Not So Special podcast. No, you know what the funny thing is? Before you play this, and before I made that joke about the whole getting slapped thing. By the way, Chris Rock took that like a freaking champ.
Right? Oh my
Like,
god!
just whack, nothing. I don't want to go into it because it's been talked about. Like, but like he took that slap like
He
a champ.
took it. It
Shouldn't
you
have
look at
happened.
It, though, it shouldn't have. If you looked at his hand, it looked like he wanted to, and he restrained himself, which was good. So,
Which shows you that he is more of a human being than Will Smith was.
yes, yeah, exactly.
But I'm happy that he got punished. 10 years, not these events. But yes. Going to what Josh's comment. Can you highlight Josh's comment? That last one thinks it gets worse every time.
Yeah.
We think the same thing. You're never going to think your work is like good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't listen to your stuff like if I didn't enjoy it. So don't talk so bad about your podcast. It's a great podcast.
It's a great podcast.
It's awesome. And I love being a part of it. Same with the Weekend Rental. We talk about poop.
Yep. It's
All that
real
stuff.
It's true. Yeah.
But yes, thank you all for joining us. Love you guys and girls. Play us out, Chris.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Ramble, Record, Repeat. Tune in next episode for... I really don't know.